The essentials of trademarking are covered by 4 eclips modules. This first module will help you to understand what trademarks are and the various types of marks commonly used. What is a trademark? Ordinary trademarks are distinctive signs that help you identify the goods or services of one trader over those of another. A sign can typically consist of words, logos, pictures, or a combination of all of these key elements. The origins of trademarking date back hundreds of years, when craftsmen such as stonemasons regularly carved their signatures, or marks, on their works to highlight the quality of their craftsmanship over that of their competitors. Over the years, trademarking has evolved in today's international system for trademark registration and protection. Typically, to qualify as a trademark, a sign must meet 3 clear criteria. It must be capable of being represented graphically. It must be distinct enough to distinguish the goods or services from one organisation over those of another, and it must be capable of acting as a badge of origin of the marked goods or services. Modern trademarks are the building blocks of today's global brands, and they help consumers to identify and purchase products and services with confidence, based on a clear understanding of the origin of the goods and on the reputation of the organisation behind the mark. There are 2 types of trademark status: registered and unregistered. A registered trademark, formally noted by an R in a circle, requires an application to a National Intellectual Property Office. The mark is formally assessed and recorded on a register. The R circle can only be used when a trademark has passed its assessment and been granted by a national office. In the UK, marks are registered at the Intellectual Property Office, the IPO, and the official fees for registering a mark in the UK are £200. The whole registration process takes about 3 months. Unregistered trademarks are also commonly used. With such marks, no formal registration takes place and no fees are paid. They are a statement from the mark user that they consider their respective sign to be associated with their trading activity. Unregistered marks are often noted with the letters TM. Unregistered trademarks afford less protection than formally registered marks and can be more difficult to enforce if they are infringed, that is, used without their owner's permission. In the UK, unregistered mark owners often have to rely on taking infringers to court, which can be difficult and expensive to prove, whereas registered trademark owners enjoy higher protection, as the legal burden is placed on the infringer to prove that their mark does not infringe the mark on the register. In academia, trademarks are often used to protect the name of the university or of its various schools or departments if they've established independent reputations. Trademarks can also be used to protect the names of university projects or programs, which often over time may have developed valuable reputations or distinct identities in their respective research fields. In some countries, including the UK, alongside ordinary marks, non-traditional trademarks may also be registered based on their distinguishing features. These can be shapes, holograms, motion or colour, and even non-visible signs such as sounds can be registered. Examples of non-traditional marks include specific colours used by many businesses and institutions, such as the yellow on AA car recovery vehicles. The musical jingles of Intel Corporation and Direct Line Insurance are examples of distinct sounds registered as trademarks. The triangular chocolate bars of Toblerone are shape trademarks. And the BBC have a shape mark in the form of the Metropolitan Police Box, which is a successful mark used on materials, posters, toys and other merchandise promoting the Doctor Who series. In addition to ordinary and non-traditional trademarks, there are 2 other forms of marks. These are certification marks and collective marks. Certification marks distinguish goods or services which have certified status from those which do not. They are often associated with goods that meet predetermined standards of safety, quality or performance. Established examples of certification marks include the CE mark, which indicates that a product complies with safety, health or environmental standards set by the European Commission, and the wool mark logo, which is used to identify goods that are 100% wool. Collective marks are signs that distinguish the geographical origin, material, mode of manufacture or other common characteristics of goods or services. These marks are often owned by an independent association who set rules and standards for applying the mark to goods. Examples of collective marks include Authentic Melton Mowbray, used to distinguish pork pies made in the Melton area using traditional methods, and Independent Financial Advisor Mark, a sign used to identify services who provide independent, qualified and regulated financial advice. So, the primary use of trademarks is to distinguish the products or services from one entity from those of another. Trademarks are signs that can be words, logos, pictures, sounds, or any combination of these. Trademark protection can elect to rely upon registered or unregistered rights. Aside from ordinary and non-traditional trademarks, certification and collective marks are also used to distinguish goods and services from those of competitors.